The galaxy believed itself ancient and wise, a place where empires rose and fell like slow tides, where the ruins of 1,000 civilizations drifted silently between stars, and every spacefaring race learned early that history was written in extinction. The archivists of Kelt were the first to notice the pattern, an anomaly, hidden not in data but in absence. Every dead race they catalogued left something behind, a signal, a relic, a warning etched into asteroids or burned into the magnetospheres of dying suns. At first, these warnings seemed unrelated. Different languages, different symbols, different technologies. Yet the meaning grew clearer, the more ruins were studied. Do not wake Earth, avoid Sol. Let the sleeping world lie, the archivists assumed. It was myth, superstition passed down by frightened survivors, until they found the corpse of the Virel Dominion, a species that once ruled a quarter of the Orion Arm. Their final message was carved into a moon, split clean in half. We were conquerors. We were strong. We were wrong. Earth was quiet. Earth was watching. No mention of weapons. No mention of fleets. Only fear. Raw and unfiltered. Other ruins echoed the same theme. The crystalline cities of the Yun, reduced to dust. Their last transmission looping endlessly. They sleep by choice, not by weakness. The mechanical ascendancy of Thalos left a different warning. A mathematical proof broadcast into deep space, showing inevitability curves collapsing whenever humanity was included. The conclusion was simple. Engagement with Earth led to total failure. Still, the living races laughed. Earth was insignificant. A single blue world on the edge of civilized space. No galactic council seat. No megastructures. No visible expansion. Humanity barely ventured beyond its own system. They called Earth a fossil world, a relic species trapped in nostalgia, broadcasting old music and harmless probes, pretending to dream while greater powers shaped the stars. The phrase began to circulate in academic circles. Earth only pretends to sleep, usually followed by jokes, until the day the warning was left by a species that had died yesterday. The Corthi Union had been explorers, fast learners, brilliant engineers, and most importantly, alive. Until they weren't, their extinction happened in less than 3 standard cycles. No long war, no gradual collapse, just silence. One moment, their space was busy with traffic and commerce. The next it was a grave. The council sent drones, then ships, then finally a delegation. And at the heart of the Corthi capital system they found a single intact structure, a data vault still transmitting. Inside was panic frozen in crystal recordings of leaders shouting, scientists screaming, civilians praying, and one repeated phrase growing louder. Toward the end, they are awake. The final file was a warning beacon automatically launched, moments before extinction. Its destination was not random. It was aimed directly away from Sol. The message was short, stripped of ceremony, stripped of pride, stripped of hope. We attacked Earth while it slept. It noticed. It answered. We are gone. Do not test the silence. No record of a battle. No debris fields. No weapon signatures. Just empty systems, where billions had lived. The Council demanded explanations from humanity, and for the first time in centuries, Earth responded to an alien authority. The message was polite, calm, almost friendly. We are sorry for the misunderstanding. We wish to remain uninvolved. Please respect our borders. There was no threat, no display of force, and that terrified the Council more than any war declaration could have. The archivists compared the Korathi data with ancient warnings, and the pattern snapped into focus. Every race that died had done the same thing. They mistook quiet for weakness, patience for ignorance, restraint for incapability. Earth did not conquer, did not expand, did not posture. Earth waited. Humanity's history was finally examined honestly. Stripped of assumptions and arrogance, they had fought themselves for millennia, and survived. Endured plagues, nuclear fire, climate collapse, and near-extinction events without outside help. They built weapons and then locked them away, not because they forgot how to use them, but because they learned what using them cost. Their early space probes were not naive greetings. They were tests, psychological lures, measuring who would respond and how. Humanity watched the galaxy the way predators watched a forest. Silent, unmoving, learning patterns, waiting for imbalance. Their fleets were not visible, because they were not stationed. They were embedded, hidden in asteroids, folded into higher dimensions, sleeping inside the mass of space-time itself. When humanity said they wished to remain uninvolved, it was not a lie. it was a preference. The Karathi had crossed that preference with a probing strike, a limited assault meant to test defenses. To provoke a reaction, the reaction never came. Publicly, no broadcasts, no battles, no retaliation fleets. Instead, the Karathi infrastructure failed simultaneously. Their stars, destabilized through precision gravitational interference. Their networks collapsed under logic bombs written in languages older than their species. Their fleets found their own navigation turning against them. Humanity did not rage, did not gloat, did not pursue survivors. They erased the problem and went back to pretending to sleep. The most chilling discovery came from a recovered human archive, a document dated centuries earlier, titled The Silence Protocol. It outlined a simple philosophy: do not rule the galaxy, do not warn the galaxy, let the galaxy learn on its own. Every dead race had left a warning because humanity never would. Asterix panic spread through the Galactic Council like wildfire through oxygen-rich air. Trade routes shifted away from Sol. Research into human technology was banned out of fear of attracting attention. Some factions argued for preemptive action, claiming no species should be allowed such unchecked power. Others countered that every attempt had ended in extinction. The warnings were compiled into a single archive, a memorial of dead civilizations all pointing to the same truth. Earth was not asleep. Earth was choosing mercy. A delegation was sent, not to threaten, not to negotiate, but to ask a single question: why hide? The human response came quickly: because, if we stand up, someone always tries to knock us down. Because if we rule, we become what we escaped. Because sleep lets everyone else live. The Council realized then that humanity was not afraid of the galaxy. Humanity was protecting it from itself. Asterisk, the combined archive of extinct races, was finally broadcast across known space. Not as a threat, not as propaganda, but as a public service announcement. Every dead race left one warning: Earth only pretends to sleep. It became the most translated sentence in galactic history, etched into stations, taught to young species. Whispered in academies, Earth remained quiet, its broadcasts unchanged, its ships unseen, its borders respected, and for the first time in recorded history, the galaxy learned a new survival rule: some nightmares do not chase you, they wait for you to wake them. Earth kept pretending to sleep, and the stars were safer for it.